Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this OnePlus One. And actually this is the box, this is the phone itself, and this has the power adapter. So I'll just keep this thing to the side and we'll have a look at this one. And before all of you ask me how did I get this, it's not mine actually, it's just a loaner unit, and I just wanted to thank Faisal Communications. They had it and they just gave it to me so that I could check it out. So thanks to Faisal Communications for providing this unit. I don't even have an invite. And actually the interesting thing about this OnePlus One is that it packs a very good configuration, but it sells for a very good price. We have it in two variants, the 16 GB and the 64 gigs. The 16 GB variant sells for just $300 US, and the 64 gigs sells for $350. But the problem is that they have this unique system of invites and stuff, and even in the countries which it is available, it is very difficult to find. So here we have the handset itself. It has a 5.5-inch screen. I'll just take this out, actually, the device. And as you can see, we have the white version. The black one will be the 64 gigs version. So I'll just keep the handset to the side. And here you'll see that we have the micro USB cable. Again, very nicely laid out. And this is the SIM removal tool, this one. So everything is packed very nicely. These are some of the manuals that we have inside this one, nothing else. So let me keep these things to the side. Again, as you can see, very impressive packaging considering the price point of this device. They have done it extremely well, I would say, in terms of packaging. And this is the device itself. As you can see here, it shows us that we can put our SIM card. One thing to note is that it does not have any micro SD card slot. So the storage is what you get. And I'll just peel this off. And we have the beautiful handset. It sports a 5.5-inch screen, and initial impressions, I would say the build quality looks very good. It gives you that premium feeling the way you hold the phone. And the camera is a 13 megapixel camera with the dual flash. It just says OnePlus One, and it has Cyanogen modo, and it also has a secondary microphone over here. If we move towards the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jacks. Again, one more mic, and this is the power button. On the bottom we have the speakers, main microphone, micro USB slot that will be used for charging it, and on this end we have the volume rocker, and this is for your SIM card. You can just put your SIM card over here. So now we'll just power this on and we'll have a look. I've already set up the phone, as you can see, and it is booted. So we just unlock, and you'll notice that it looks very familiar to stock Android. The reason for that is it's running Cyanogen mod, and the advantage of that is it offers us actually a lot of settings. Do note that right now I have kept it to virtual buttons here, and this is your multitasking tray, but let me actually show you the settings. Here we have some quick toggles over here like torch, airplane mode, etc. Let me just shut that off. But if you click here, you get this traditional Android interface, and from here you can toggle these quick toggles or go to further settings. Let's just go to the further settings, and let me actually show you the Android version. And as you can see, it's running the Android version 4.4.2, that is KitKat. So you get this version out of the box, and it is running on Cyanogen mod 11, as you can see. One thing to note is that you have to make sure that which version you are getting regarding the storage. The one we have is 16 gigs, as this device does not have any micro SD card slot. So I would suggest that if you are a big gamer and you install a lot of apps, opt for the 64 gig version. And actually, let me show you some of the interesting things with this device. Again, as it runs Cyanogen mod, it has a lot of options. In fact, you can even change the buttons. If you go to this buttons option, right now, as you can see, we have these virtual buttons. But if I just hit this, now we are back to this capacitive buttons that we have at the bottom. As you can see, this is back. This is your menu key. So we also have that option. And again, it's a personal preference, I would say, that if you want these capacitive buttons or the virtual buttons. So that's a nice setting, I would say, in my opinion. And I would love to see this kind of feature with other flagship Android devices also. Let's just go back to this virtual buttons. And I'm actually connected to my Wi-Fi network, and we have this Google apps over here. So let's just actually fire up the web browser. let's use Chrome and let's just go to our website, that is tech2bars.com. And if you noticed, it is loading it actually pretty quickly. Let me adjust the brightness. It's on auto, as you can see. The screen is actually pretty bright. Again, as expected, the pinch to zoom gesture is working pretty well. It has 3 gigs of RAM, and as I mentioned regarding the processor, it runs on the Snapdragon 801, which is a quad-core processor clocked at 2.5 gigahertz. So again, a very leading specs that we are getting with this device. Let's just go back. And it's a 1080p 5.5-inch display. I'll also compare it with some other devices to give you an idea about the size. It's a big phone, I would say.
Which are entry-level budget-oriented Android phones.
As you can see, let me just tilt, see the viewing angles.
If we talk about the build quality, both have good build quality, but the Moto E just feels a bit better resolution compared.
And if you notice, we have actually 2 speakers over here, so that's nice. But again, if you hold it very tightly like this, you can block the speakers. So this is regarding the web browsing. You won't have any issues. As you can see, the video is playing, then also I'm scrolling around and it is handling it. So let me just get out of that one. And again, these are the default home screens that you get, and we also get themes with this so that you can customize it. As you can see, you can buy some themes, and some of them are actually free. So you do have a lot of customization that is offered. And this is the multitasking tray standard that we have seen on many Android devices. And these are the settings. Again, in settings, I did see a lot of options. I just can't cover it right now. As you can see, we have the interface, and you can actually do a lot of customization on this phone. Let's also actually have a look at the camera quickly. It sports a 13 megapixel camera, and it also shoots video in up to 4K. So that's interesting. As you can see, this is the default auto mode. Let me actually show you the settings. Right now we are at 13 megapixel. It will be at 4:3 ratio, but you can go down. If you want 16:9, it goes down to 9.7 megapixels. Let's just shoot some pictures, and also in video, let me actually show you. You can go all the way up to 4K. So that's excellent in my opinion. Let's take some snaps now, and we just tap in, and it took the snap. The shutter speed is actually pretty good. Just took these 2 snaps. I do notice a little bit of noise here, but again, I need to test it a lot more, I would say. But definitely it looks like initial impressions a decent camera, but I notice a little bit of noise here. Again, we are in artificial light as of now. Now, before I end this overview, let me actually compare it with some other devices. One thing I did notice is that though it has a 5.5-inch screen, it's a big phone by any stretch. Its single hand operations is difficult. You just can't reach to the edges of the phone with a single hand. So you have to adjust, keep on adjusting. And to give you an idea, here I have this HTC One M8, and if I place it over this device, you'll immediately notice that this OnePlus One is wider and even taller than this device. And I also have this is the LG G3 that also has a 5.5-inch screen. And again, even if we compare with that, it is slightly wider and even taller compared to the LG G3. So definitely it is a big phone. And it sort of falls in the phablet territory, because I noticed that it is almost as big as the Note 3 in terms of the physical size due to its larger bezels. One more thing that I noticed and I didn't like is that the screen, though the quality of the screen is very good, but the screen is extremely reflective like a mirror in my opinion. Also, regarding the availability of this device, as of now OnePlus One hasn't mentioned that it would be launching in India. Rumors are pointing to that it might launch, but as of now we don't have any confirmation if it will be launching in India or not. So that's it for now for this hands-on overview with this OnePlus One. Thank you for watching this video. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.